The kākāpō, Strigops habroptilus, also known as the night parrot or owl parrot, is a critically endangered, flightless parrot native to New Zealand. It is one of the most unique birds in the world due to its combination of features, including its large size, nocturnal habits, and inability to fly. The kākāpō is one of the rarest and most endangered parrots, with fewer than 250 individuals left. Physical characteristics. Appearance. The kākāpō has mossy green, yellowish feathers with mottled black and brown markings that provide excellent camouflage in the forest. It has a large, round body and an owl-like face with forward-facing eyes, giving it a distinctive appearance. Its beak is covered with fine feathers, and its legs are strong, adapted for walking and climbing rather than flying. Size. The kākāpō is the heaviest parrot in the world, weighing between 1.5 and 4 kilograms, 3.3 to 8.8 pounds. Males are significantly larger than females, and their weight fluctuates throughout the year. Flightless. One of the most unusual features of the kākāpō is that it is flightless, a rare trait among parrots. Its wings are small and are used for balance and gliding from trees rather than for sustained flight. Lifespan. Kākāpō are long-lived birds and can live for up to 90 years in the wild. This longevity is another reason they are so unique among birds. Behavior. Nocturnal. The kākāpō is a nocturnal bird, meaning it is most active at night. It spends the day resting in well-hidden places, either on the ground or in trees. Ground-dwelling. Kākāpōs are adept climbers and can scale trees using their strong legs and claws. However, they spend most of their time on the ground, where they forage for food. Solitary. Kākāpō are generally solitary animals, with males and females coming together only for mating. They are not territorial, but live in defined home ranges, which they defend. Kākāpō are herbivores, feeding mainly on a diet of native plants, seeds, fruits, leaves, and the bark of trees. They use their strong beaks to chew on plant material, and they digest the fibrous parts of plants in their large, muscular gizzards. Reproduction. Kākāpō have a very unusual breeding system known as lekking, where males gather in specific areas to call out and display to attract females. Males create booming sounds by inflating air sacs in their chest, which can be heard over long distances. They also dig bowl-like depressions in the ground to amplify their calls. Kākāpō do not breed annually. Instead, they breed every 2 to 4 years, depending on the availability of food, particularly the rima fruit. This infrequent breeding is one of the reasons for their low reproductive rate. Interesting facts. During the breeding season, male kākāpōs create booming calls that can travel up to 5 kilometers, 3 miles, to attract females. This is one of the most distinctive sounds in the animal kingdom. Eggs and parenting. Females lay 1 to 4 eggs, which they incubate alone in ground nests. The chicks are highly vulnerable to predators while in the nest, and the mother must leave them at night to forage for food. The kākāpō is listed as critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. The population, which once flourished throughout New Zealand, was decimated by habitat loss, introduced predators, and human hunting. Extinction crisis. By the 1970s, the kākāpō population was on the brink of extinction, with only a handful of birds remaining. Introduced predators such as cats, rats, and stoats, which prey on eggs, chicks, and even adult birds, have been the primary threat to the kākāpō's survival. Conservation efforts. Kākāpō Recovery Program. Since the 1990s, intensive conservation efforts have been made to save the species. The kākāpō Recovery Program, led by New Zealand's Department of Conservation, is one of the most successful species recovery programs in the world. Predator-free islands. To protect the kākāpō, remaining birds were relocated to predator-free islands such as Whenuaho, Codfish Island, Anchor Island, and Hāturu, Little Barrier Island. These islands provide a safe environment for the birds to live and breed without the threat of predation. Supplemental feeding. During breeding seasons, rangers provide supplemental food to ensure that female kākāpō are in optimal condition to lay eggs and successfully raise their chicks. Genetic diversity. A major challenge for the kākāpō is its low genetic diversity, which can lead to inbreeding and reduced fertility. Scientists are working to manage the population's genetic diversity to prevent long-term problems associated with inbreeding. Challenges. Low reproductive rate. Kākāpō have a very slow reproductive cycle, and they rely heavily on the availability of certain foods, such as the rima fruit, to trigger breeding. This limits how quickly their population can recover. With such a small population, maintaining genetic diversity is a significant challenge. Inbreeding can lead to reduced fertility, birth defects, and other health issues in the population. The kākāpō is an extraordinary example of New Zealand's unique wildlife, and while its journey toward recovery is long and challenging, the species serves as a powerful symbol of hope for conservation efforts globally. Thanks to dedicated conservationists, the kākāpō's population is slowly increasing, though it remains one of the most endangered birds on the planet.